are, okay, there we go. I wanted to begin by first thanking all of my colleagues and friends for giving of their time this afternoon, and also for those of the community who are here to learn and to share all of us together and to help us reflect on these past 2 years. It's been 2 very long years. And in a sense, when we reflect on how long those years are, we know that they are the same. A year is a year is a year. But for some reason, these times have taken on a new meaning and a sense of what long really is. They do seem much longer than perhaps they actually were. For many of us, they had no relationship to anything that we can know of in the past. We don't have anything that we can compare it to. As I mentioned to people, it's as though we were told to go to a new location, but weren't given any GPS or map. We didn't know what to do, where to go. We were all navigating this together. It's a period unlike any other, which has been difficult for us as rabbis, for our congregants, for our friends, for all of us as human beings. But it's important that we took this time to reflect, to think about what this period has meant to us, and most importantly, what we have learned from it. Hopefully, we will continue to learn its lessons. This is only the beginning of this reflection, and I hope that we will continue to learn and to reflect as we always do as Jews. There's something that I had found from Rabbi Annie Lewis. It's from, she's rabbi in Maryland. When they were doing, I guess, in their community reflection on the 2 years, and I'd like to share part of it with you because I think it's important to share words from others because they do help us reflect together that wherever we are, whether it's Toronto or wherever it is around the world, that we all reflect. She begins as follows: Kimcha mekor chayim borcha nira or. For with you is the source of life. In your light we see light. Amalei rachamim, God full of mercy. This is again for an evening reflection that they had. Tonight, as we mark 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, as we honor the memories of more than thousands of people here in Toronto and Ontario and Canada, and nearly 6 million around the world, may we let no soul be forgotten. Be with us today, God of mercy, as we remember those who have died, those who have survived. Let no soul be forgotten. The book of Proverbs teaches, Ner Elohim nishmat adam. The human soul is the candle of God. May the light of each soul shine on. May their loved ones be held and comforted. May we see your light reflected in our tears of sorrow and our tears of joy. May we be your eyes and your ears, your light and your love. As we light these candles of remembrance, help us to see one another as you see us, in all our dimensions and with compassion. Help us to tune in to the cries and the prayers of our hearts, and the hearts of our siblings, our neighbors, and of strangers. Help us to tend to one another with love, to fight for justice and to choose life, because each human being is made in your image, each life holy, irreplaceable, loved, by an unending love. As Rabbi Splansky mentioned when she began, today is the beginning of spring. And it's an appropriate day on which to have this reflection as we look outside, see the blue skies, feel some of the warmth which will be with us, and to think about what is going to be with us in this coming spring, a time of hope and renewal after not only a long winter, but a very, very long 2 years. But it's not just spring that gives us hope. In about a month, we will be observing Pesach, a time, as we know, of renewal and hope for us and our families. On a personal level, I can tell you that after 3 years, we will finally be able to be together, our family, around the same Seder table, something that we have missed. And though my wife and I love each other dearly, she said that she can't imagine having Seder with just the two of us again. So I know that that's not only our family, but I hope for your families as well, that you will be able to gather together and reflect on the past, but also look to the future, looking forward with hope and faith and renewal, while never forgetting what we have lost and remembering the lessons as we move to the future. I'm now going to call on my colleague, Rabbi Martins.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay?
Perfect.
Friends, let's end with a prayer together. A prayer for shalom, for peace, a prayer for shlemut, wholeness. The words are in the chat. And may the source of peace, the limitless one and oneness of peace, bring peace into our world. Bring peace and wholeness where there's suffering. Bring peace and ease to our hearts and our minds. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו Amen. May we all be strengthened in peace, in support, in good care. Amen, amen, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Asher Kallah to each of our teachers and to all who came to learn with us today. Thank you just for your presence. Enjoy this first day of spring, and may it lead to many happinesses and good health for all.
Thank you.